Welcome back to Enter Med School. This is Leo. Today we're driving straight into the esophagus tunnel. And yeah, the walls are angry red. Because today's topic is esophagitis, inflammation of the esophageal mucosa. Clinically, this tunnel damage shows up as odonophagia, that's ow when you swallow, and or dysphagia, meaning traffic jam swallowing where food feels stuck. And if this tunnel stays damaged long enough, you can end up with nasty construction projects like erosions, strictures, think tight bottlenecks, and Barrett esophagus, where the lining remodels into a new, riskier material. Now, esophagitis has a few big routes you need for step one. Reflux erosive esophagitis is the most common, usually from GERD, acid splashback in the tunnel. Eosinophilic esophagitis is chronic and immune-driven, often in atopic folks like asthma. And on endoscopy, you'll see rings and linear furrows. Infectious esophagitis shows up with immunosuppression. Candida is most common with white pseudomembranes. HSV1 makes punched-out ulcers, and CMV makes linear ulcers. Corrosive esophagitis? That's a caustic ingestion, a chemical spill in the tunnel. But today, our main event is the one that feels like a road rage incident. Medication-induced esophagitis, when pills get stuck, dissolve, and burn the tunnel wall from the inside. Let's see who's about to roll in. First into the tunnel, the NSAID Fire Department. These guys love putting out inflammation everywhere else. But in the esophagus, they can accidentally start the fire. NSAIDs, like ibuprofen and naproxen, are classic offenders for medication-induced esophagitis. Here's the idea. If a pill lingers in the esophagus, it can cause direct mucosal irritation, like parking a hot engine against the tunnel wall until it melts the paint. So when you see a patient with odonophagia after starting meds, keep NSAIDs on the suspect list. They're firefighters who sometimes scorch the wallpaper. Oh no! Next is the potassium truck, with the big K and bananas everywhere. This is potassium chloride. Potassium chloride tablets can be big and irritating, and when they get stuck in the esophagus, they can cause a nasty local injury, like dumping a caustic banana cargo straight onto raw tunnel concrete. So add potassium chloride to your medical school list of pill esophagitis troublemakers. If the story is new pill plus painful swallowing, this K-truck is absolutely a prime suspect. Now we've got heavy machinery. B's Fosamax Cement Company rolling in, driven by Grandma, because bisphosphonates are the osteoporosis meds protecting bones. But in the esophagus, these can be brutal. Bisphosphonates, think alendronate, Fosamax, are high yield for medication-induced esophagitis. If they get stuck, they can cause significant irritation and ulceration, like wet cement hardening onto the tunnel wall and taking the paint with it when it peels off. And notice the whole bone and cement theme. Osteoporosis meds plus bone cargo equals bisphosphonates. File that association away. Listen up, here comes the cycling gang, the rusty old motorcycle crew with names like Doxy Rider and Tetracycle. That's your reminder for tetracyclines, especially doxycycline, another classic cause of pill esophagitis. These antibiotics love causing trouble when swallowed with too little water or right before lying down, because then the pill just hangs out in the tunnel and irritates the lining. Now, quick medical school checklist moment. Medication-induced esophagitis is classically caused by bisphosphonates, tetracyclines, NSAIDs, potassium chloride, and one more that can sneak in like a rusty road hazard, ferrous sulfate. Think of ferrous like a ferocious rusty iron tablet that scrapes up the tunnel if it gets stuck. Rusty just like the old motorcycles these two are riding around. So if you're building your mental police lineup for drug-induced esophagitis, it's the Fosamax cement truck, bisphosphonates. The cycling bikers, tetracyclines. The NSAID fire truck, the K banana truck, potassium chloride. And the rusty iron tablet, ferrous sulfate. And here's the single most important prevention clue in the whole tunnel. Stay upright for at least 30 minutes. This is the classic exam hint, especially for bisphosphonates, because lying down turns your esophagus into a parking lot, getting jammed exactly like our road over here. Pills don't clear, they stick, dissolve in one spot, and cause localized mucosal injury, aka medication-induced esophagitis. And the water cooler says it all. Dry swallow zone. Dry swallowing pills is basically asking for a tablet to become a tiny chemical grenade in the tunnel. So your takeaway is simple. If swallowing hurts, odynophagia, or feels stuck, dysphagia, and the timing matches a new medication, think pill esophagitis, especially with bisphosphonates, tetracyclines, NSAIDs, ferrous sulfate, and potassium chloride. All right, everyone, the esophagus tunnel is closed for repairs. See you in the next video.